hit that button.
Please excuse the mess. The Sonarfeed appears to be having a few difficulties.
Welcome to beautiful downtown Renton, here at one of the greatest pubs on earth, the Berliner Pub, where I am here with my buddy Aaron Sonar Riley and your boy here, Hugo Mi Vida Garcia, is here with everybody, the gang. What's up, guys? With the guy that makes it happen, Mr. Sparkle Donkey himself almost. Welcome, guys. We're just about to hit that panic button almost. At least that's what it felt like Saturday night. But welcome, guys. Let's get the show on the road.
All right, here we go. Here we are on episode number 120 of Sonarfeed.
Wow.
Cheers to all those that make it happen. For Hugo, who's here. Lee, who is far away in San Francisco.
Love you, bud.
Cheers, buddy. To our good friends at Sparkle Donkey.
Yeah.
Who, thanks to our one of our other good friends, Robert, helped us get a few bottles here for consumption later, off the air, as it were.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. If you beg enough, it will come.
Yes.
I believe is the mentality there. But
It's basically a preview of soon to happen button to get drinks here.
Absolutely, yes. So tonight, at episode 120, we are here in the downtown Renton, beautiful downtown Renton at the Berliner Pub, 221 Main Street. We are going to talk a little bit about FC Tacoma. We're going to talk a little bit about with their Open Cup this weekend.
Yes.
A little bit about the Sounders. I think the Sounders played Saturday night. Well, actually, they just showed up now for the game Saturday night.
Well, they started off, but yes.
But and then S2. We're going to talk about them a little bit.
I'm excited
we
about
went
that, man.
to the scrimmage yesterday,
Yep.
and then, of course, the founders meeting on Friday, and then, of course, this weekend coming up is the big
Man,
day.
it was like straight nonstop Sounders all weekend,
All weekend long.
Friday,
All
Saturday,
weekend.
Sunday.
I woke up this morning kind of like going, what do I do?
Yeah, right.
I have to work. I actually laid up in bed because I can't sleep anymore. It's like when I wake up, it's like always early, and I woke up and I'm like, I should go back to sleep, and then I'm like, I got a meeting, so I had to prepare for that, which was fun. It was easy. I had everything basically ready.
Nice.
So
That's good, dude.
But anyways, okay. So my name is Aaron Riley, aka Sonar Riley. Across from me, as always, is the beautiful, bald-headed, majestic
Wow.
Hugo Garcia,
Wow. Not worthy.
aka Mi Vida Seattle.
Your humble servant, man. I'm just, you know how I do it, man. I love sharing what we all
Yep.
love, man.
We had a couple
Doing
of
it.
special guests lined up tonight. Unfortunately, it didn't happen for tonight.
It's all right.
We're
That's all right.
working on a couple for next week.
Yes, we are.
So cross our fingers.
Exciting,
Hopefully, we'll
exciting,
get that wrapped up and ready to go. So anyway, so how have you been? What have you besides soccer? What have you been up to?
Man, working a lot on my social media enterprise skills at work, dude. That has me
Nice.
really busy right now. So learning about different programs out there for managing multiple accounts and having to learn about privacy. So that keeps me a little bit busy. And aside from that, man, just getting ready. There's a lot of things going on soccer-wise that, you gotta get ready for the week. I'm also trying out, getting ready for our challenge that we're gonna be doing shortly.
Yeah. Yeah. So we talked about. I did my Biggest Loser challenge.
Yep. And that worked
from August
really good,
until
dude.
December last year.
Yeah,
And I
that
lost
worked
31 pounds. I've put on about 9 of them again. So, but what we're talking about doing is we have enough people out there that want to do something, and so we haven't really discussed this much. But
Right.
my thought was, when we did it, we did a $20 entry fee to
Right.
it, and then the winner got X percentage or whatever.
Right.
What I'm thinking we do is let's do an entry fee and get people who want to and be involved in the community, and it'd be for charity.
Yeah.
So we take that money, whether it's $10, $20, and then we pick a chair. The winner gets all of the funds, and they get to donate to whatever charity they want. So that way, it's
That's a
kind
good
of
idea.
like we can all lose a little bit of weight, maybe, and
Yeah.
get healthy.
And a little
then-
incentive too.
and then,
something cool that you get to give back too.
Exactly. So we got to work out some details, but that's kind of what we've been talking about.
Yeah. So I started doing some meal prepping. Let me tell you, man, that is hard. Prepping meals and stuff, like it's no joke. Like you have to have out a lot of time because it takes you like 2 to 3 hours.
Yep.
Containers for it.
Yep.
And just basically make sure you cook like 3, 4, 5 things all at the same time.
Yep.
And to match the quantities that you want. So it's 2 weeks kind of going into it.
Once you do it for a couple weeks, though, it becomes a lot easier.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
The biggest issue is get some variety, because if you eat the same thing, which I've done, and you eat the same thing every day for 2 weeks, you never want to eat that again. And then that's when you go off and you cheat or you do whatever else, because you know, it's just so.
So,
change up snacks, yes.
Snacks would be the one thing you need to
Snacks.
keep it interesting.
Snacks are critical too. I mean, and we're talking. I mean, you can't eat like a box of Thin Mint cookies.
or
Thank God they're done. No
Are
more.
they really?
Yeah, we're done.
You're done?
We're done. Done.
So glad.
Oh.
They were like trying to bombard me on site.
Oh my God.
Last day, I'm like, thank God.
Exactly. Trust me. So the
If anybody
girls,
knows.
thanks in part to Lee and everybody here. Lillian's troop sold 2,640 boxes.
Wow.
So they
Dude, she's gonna be a CEO, dude.
Lee, not drunkenly, I accused him of being drunk and he wasn't, offered to buy like 275 to 300 boxes to close us out to get her to her goal.
Wow.
So she exceeded her goal. She ended up selling 1,100 boxes herself.
Wow.
They
Like a boss.
Once they did this, they girls had no more cookies to sell, basically. Although he told me yesterday I could have sold some more, but whatever. They went out and collected like 175 boxes worth of donations only.
Jeez,
so they stood outside for like 8 hours this weekend with no cookies and just asked for money, and people donated like $500 almost.
Wow.
So just in cash. All of those go to buy boxes for the troops
Whose
overseas.
idea was that? That's respect.
It was my wife and my daughter and everybody. Yeah, the whole troop kind of came
Nice.
together. So anyway,
That's cool, man.
I promised I wouldn't talk much about it, but I will. I will definitely once we get all the numbers finished and everything, I'll put that out there. And then when we donate the boxes to charity, we'll let you know where that is as well. So, but yeah. So then you've been doing that, and I've been working hard. The last couple of weeks have been just slamming. Back from the trade show, getting all the follow-up done, and living life. And
Because I know that trade show, man. You were out there for a while.
yeah, and then that was all year prep, right? I mean, that's been all year for the prep.
Planning
so
for it. But it went well, so that's
it
good.
went well, and now
That's
it's time to kind of make it happen.
Yep.
I'm in theory, my test this morning worked, so I'll have a customer here that's going to buy some material,
Nice,
which
dude.
could lead to a lot of material,
Let's go.
like a lot of material. So
Hey, man,
it's good. I'm very
work
excited.
hard, play hard,
Absolutely.
support hard.
Yep.
So,
Damn straight.
Let's go.
All right, so let's dig in. So we
Yeah,
dig
let's
in?
do it, dude. Why
Okay.
not?
We do have our first question already. We have a couple other
Nice.
questions, but this is a good tie-in before we go into too serious. Do we celebrate St. Patrick's Day or corned beef and cabbage?
Ooh.
And then Joe Mama wants to know if you're making it.
Yes, you want to come over to my house tomorrow night?
I have soccer practice, unfortunately, for the kids. The kids' soccer practice starts tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
And I have a rule that I don't go out on Cinco de Mayo. I don't go out on St. Patrick's Day. I don't go out on all, like Mardi Gras,
You mean amateur night?
Fat Tuesday, all that kind of stuff. In fact, we canceled the show last year because it was out Monday, was St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, that's right.
And we decided we didn't want to be out there with all the people going out drinking their green beer and being stupid.
Right.
Even though most people celebrated Saturday, which downtown was,
Yeah, it was packed, dude.
and Friday night there was a rave.
The rave.
Oh my God.
All
Downtown.
the people were getting ready to go
Holy
to that
cow.
before the
There were some
meeting.
there were some people down there not wearing any clothes at all.
Yeah,
basically.
Dude. Yeah.
It was quite interesting. But you guys do at home corned beef and cabbage tomorrow night.
I have never had that.
You haven't?
Never had.
Then you should go because corned beef and cabbage done right is really freaking good. I had never.
You know, I am supposed to get together with a friend for dinner, so I'll swing that. I'll be like, hey, how do you feel about this?
But yeah, so I celebrate it, but kind of just because I earn,
Yeah.
I don't really like go all in necessarily,
No,
but
I feel you, dude.
but
Totally.
again, I don't go out for it for sure because I like to avoid
It's
crazy
been-
nights.
It's been probably the same for me, but I want to say like 2 or 3 years that I really went out to
Yeah.
go celebrate. But
Yep. All right. So talking some soccer,
yeah, let's go.
we have our buddies FC Tacoma,
Look
which
at that.
I tested the camera today. I tried to test it down here, and I had too much bandwidth, so I still need to test one more thing.
Okay.
I'm a little bit interested in how the mic situation works and the camera situation works. So we have a camera that is thankfully from Jesse, one of his friends, which I need to know that guy's name again so that I can do it. And now
Thank you, Jesse.
we have cupcakes in the house.
Oh boy, cupcakes are in the
That's her new
house.
nickname. It's cupcakes.
Lisa Cupcakes.
Yep. So FC Tacoma made it to past the qualifying game, and they have asked us to come out again on this Sunday, the 22nd.
Oh my! Let me just
Excuse
show
me.
that.
Oh yeah, cupcakes.
Yeah, it's gonna go with my salad really well.
It's gonna look really good on a salad.
Love that. That looks amazing.
I'll have one after.
Homemade. Oh my.
So, it's a Emerald. Type that out without the .com. So, Lisa brought down cupcakes. Woohoo.
Yeah.
We'll eat them later. Lonnie's jealous right now.
Hi, Lonnie. That's what she gets for canceling the party.
Yeah, you guys are all missing cupcakes.
Yeah. We will enjoy it thoroughly for you guys,
Yep.
Lonnie. I swear. We'll make sure it does go to good use.
So Sunday at 2:30 at Memorial Stadium in
Yes.
downtown Seattle, FC
Let's
Tacoma is going to be playing in the Open Cup, and this is their final qualifier.
Yep.
This is also their second game in the history of the team. So it's kind of they're
Big deal.
new.
Yeah, it's a big deal, man. It's win it or go home.
Win or go home.
go.
San Diego Flash is the team they're playing, and while they play them, last year the San Diego Flash were 8-4-2, so they were a decent team.
Good team. Yeah.
Um,
That's a decent record.
And
right there.
you can get the tickets through fctacoma253.com
Nice.
/tickets-game, which we'll post as well. We'll tweet and post.
You'll get more info on that for sure. the
But
rest
you
of
can
this
buy
week.
them there. We're gonna call the game and stream the game, so it'll be a good time.
It's gonna be amazing.
We're gonna have a bunch of us involved in that, making that happen. I'm very excited about it because it's kind of like a
Good.
nice little passion of ours to be involved in the community whenever we can.
Yeah.
And these guys are people people are probably thinking, why are we talking about a Tacoma team? Well, they're a Seattle team, right? They're a Seattle area team, and we one, they want us our voices, so
That too,
of
but
course we're gonna talk about
It's
them.
also part of the soccer community, man.
Correct.
It's helping local teams that are trying to make it, and you never know, man. They might make it to the U.S. Open Cup and end up playing, getting through the tournament, playing the S2 or
Seattle.
even the S1 team,
Yep.
or
Yep.
they might even play Portland. Who doesn't want to see Portland lose to another local team from here?
Yep. Yeah, so they're an NPSL team of 4th Division.
Yep.
National Premier Soccer League, NPSL.
With some relations to Italian clubs.
Yes, these guys, FC Tacoma has a relation to the Italian clubs, Fiorentina.
Yeah.
They actually had some of the Fiorentina managers over here, the CEO and the director of technical development over here. So they're a very interesting group of people so far, and we're excited about the opportunity here, and we'll see where it goes from here. Who knows?
Yeah,
but
man, it's fun. Dude. It's fun.
It's fun.
That's the best part.
And we love the Open Cup. And to
Dude.
me, the fact that they're talking the Open Cup, this is what makes this all more fun, right?
Definitely,
So they're going to have a lot more games for their season as well.
Yep.
But the Open Cup is really where my heart lies because I love Open Cup games.
Oh, dude. All you need is a chip in a chair. You
Yep.
never know.
Exactly. That's right.
That's
Yeah,
why.
they could go all the way.
Yep.
They could be the Cal FC, so to speak, although Cal FC was not a professional team.
Yeah, but
they
still,
could be
they
a
lost
team
it.
that they beat Portland. So and if these guys beat Portland, oh my God, they would
Dude.
they'd be heaven here. So,
Dude.
but it would be kind of fun to see them play
Yeah, for
S2
sure.
in one of the matches, and then who knows from there.
Yeah, you never
So
know.
I'd have to have two or three scarves on at that point
Oh my God,
to make sure that I don't
As a matter of fact, I do too.
Do it.
I brought two today.
Yeah, I brought two. Oh, you brought your new one.
Yeah, I brought the new one, and then brought that.
Are you going to talk about your new one?
I could talk about that for sure.
So that's about it for so Detroit City pulls in 3,000 match, and teams in Nashville get large crowds too. So it's very interesting. That's kind of basically Joe Mama. That locally, it'd be kind of like that. MLS, S2, Tacoma, and PSL.
Yep.
So again, they're another team. It's another chance for us to watch some soccer, which I can't get enough of usually.
We didn't this weekend.
No,
Not at
so
all.
anytime. Excuse me. Yeah, we don't have any NSAL tier 2 stuff
Nope,
here locally,
nope.
so that would be nationally it would be different, but here locally that's how it would run. So anyway, so that's coming up this weekend. Come join us.
Yeah, do it,
last
do
time
it.
we had a bunch of folks joining us and mocking us, which we appreciated, and hopefully we'll
Always.
do our best for you to hear us and see us
No question.
online.
No question.
Okay, so now should we talk about your beautiful little scarf?
Oh, let's do it, man. So
You have two beautiful scarves.
first,
actually.
I'm gonna go by order. First, the same scarf that. Let me first do what I always do. Hugo.
I left mine at home. Look at that.
Sounders Community Trust.
I like it.
And we are a founder
Yep.
of S2. Beautiful. Went to the event on Friday night. You
Yep.
got there early to the first show.
First
and
show,
I
yep.
got there the second one.
I stole your thunder by tweeting out the signees before you knew.
That's all right. I was like, man, what's going on? What's it going to be like? And it was perfect getting to know the info right there, man. That helps for a lot of people that couldn't make it or
Yep.
aren't there because I know there's I think they said total of 900 or something. Other
900
people.
founders and only, 300 could come? Yep.
So, I mean, that's cool, man.
Yep.
Everybody got a chance to see what it was about. And,
Yep.
That facility is really cool, man. That was my first time in the
The
90.
the 90, yep.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. And you can rent it out for, events, too.
Yeah,
looks like.
I went online. You didn't have a price listed. You have to ask for it. So I was
Right.
curious how much that is. But you can do alcohol if you have if your caterer
permit.
has liquor permit. Yes, exactly. So
That's cool, though, man. It's a cool spot right there.
I'm thinking Barra should do that
It's not a bad idea.
sometime.
Not a
For-
bad idea at
For
all.
one of
man.
our salsa nights or something.
Look, why not? We know
I know.
We did it Saturday.
Right, exactly. Yep.
Well, what'd
So-
you think about the event, man?
I enjoyed it. So I got down there and walked in and met a
Right.
bunch of people. Kyle Gervin was there with me. Gervon Zero was there with me, and we talked for quite a bit that night. And then I got to talk to Dunks, who obviously was on the show a couple weeks ago. Got to talk to Andy just a little bit, and then of course the two new signings, Aaron and Sam Garza. Aaron Long and Sam Garza. So it was kind of cool. And then Roger Levesque was there, but everybody was, I don't know if he was there
Yeah.
for you, but everyone was like around him the whole time.
Dude.
So I just went up to him and said, hey, good to see you.
For me, it was
You
the other
know.
way around, man. Everybody was on the players. I didn't get a chance to talk to the new players that much, but I actually got a chance to talk to Roger.
Oh, did
We
you
got
really?
to a point where we were like, we ran out of things to talk about. We were like,
That's so funny.
oh man, Brad Evans looked great last week at the prior game. We're like,
Yeah.
yeah, that was great. And keep in
Yeah.
mind, this is Friday night.
Yeah.
But it was funny. It was like, yeah. And then Damon came in and he started talking a little bit. But it was
Okay,
cool,
good.
man. I liked
Yeah.
the event. It was really well put on, man. They did a great job. I know there was a lot of people, like they mentioned, a lot of people that put in a lot of work to get it going. And I know that maybe you guys started a little bit late or something, like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
But it was a great show, man. It was cool. It was great to hear what they had said. And our previous GM was there too, not just for S2 but for S1. So
Yep.
that was pretty cool, man, to see that he's out there for an event. Always been a supporter of
Yep.
the community trust.
Are you
So,
talking about Adrian?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, because he's part owner too, though.
yeah, that's true.
So,
but
yeah.
it was cool.
Yeah.
That it's great to see that our owners and management are there. He could have very easily not stayed for the second one and said, "Hey, I
Correct.
was there only for the first one."
Yep.
So it was cool, man. I liked it. It was fun.
That's good. Yeah. No, it was. So I liked the space is cool, like you said. You have good. They had a little small food,
Right.
some water and soda, whatever. But all the trophies are lined up there.
Yeah, that's the best part right there.
the Chihuly glass was up there, and it was cool because they had all the account reps there, and they had all the ticket front office people, and you had all these folks there that were lining up that you could just talk to, and
Yep.
and that was great. And that is one of the pieces here that makes the Founders Club so awesome, and that if you get a chance, join.
Do it.
Because one, you get to go to these kind of parties, right?
Yep.
And you get to get involved in these kind of events, so you get a little bit of access
Yeah,
to these
that was
guys
like-
just casually.
Yeah, like just cool. Like, hey, what's up? Great to meet you. First time, the players got signed, and Craven was there. That was pretty cool, man. For
Yeah,
those
he's a
of
great
us that
guy.
have been following S2, we know that guy looks like he's gonna be a stud man out there, man. So it was cool to be able to get those one-on-one type combos, man. That was
Yep,
cool.
absolutely.
So you guys definitely don't
Join.
slough. Get your
And that's the Founders Club. Now, not everybody
Yeah.
can do the Founders Club. Not everybody
Yeah.
wants to do the Founders Club. It's $250, but to me, it's worth it.
Oh,
It's
totally.
totally worth it.
No question.
But then coming up this weekend, which we're going to skip over for a minute, we're going to come back to it. But coming
Yeah.
up this weekend is going to be the first match.
Yeah,
so
the kick-
you can
first
buy tickets right now for
Do it.
Sounders FC2. We already have season tickets, so we'll be
Yep.
there. I want to say it's a 125 for the season, which is 14 games
Right.
plus playoffs plus Open Cup, which is a steal. We got to pay 95 because we're Founders Club
Right.
members. And 95 is ridiculously cheap.
Dude,
but even at
that's like
120,
less than
130,
10
it's
bucks.
nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still
And
less than 10.
I'm biased because I'm a big fan, obviously, but we've been going to the games and it's quality.
All scrimmage, yep.
To the scrimmages, and it's quality so far. The scrimmages have been great. Even Sunday, man, when we got to see a little mix of S1, S2 in
Yep.
the mix, and got to see Dylan, Colbar. I mean, it was
Yeah.
dude. I was like, Wow.
We're going there in a minute.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh, that's
chill.
right.
No.
That's right.
So Kyle said, yeah, we had to hold hands every time we walked across the street. So when we were doing our event, it was kind of nice. It was kind of sweet. So I made sure when we went to go to Merchants afterwards that we held hand. We went the long way, so we had to cross more streets. So it was really nice. So he held my hand every time we did that. But the best part about the night, all this other stuff was really good.
Yeah.
Merchants downtown. We love the Berliner Pub. It's our South End place.
Yep.
Merchants downtown is where we go for the bar pre-games.
Yep.
On match day, they don't do it because it's harder to make for them. But the grilled cheese sandwich
Dude, you were super hyped
at
about
Merchants with bacon,
that. Didn't it have apple or something?
and then they had apples in a different one, so I added apples to this. The grilled cheese with apple and bacon. And it's got Parmesan encrusted crust.
Oof. Oh, dude.
It's got
Dude.
gold, whatever it is, what is it? The Husky, not the Husky Gold, the Cougar Gold cheese, cream cheese, and like another cheese. It is unbelievable. Melt in your mouth, good. I didn't take a picture because it was too good.
You're like,
You know, I always do, but I was like, forget it.
Tell anyone about
Oh my god, it was so good.
I've had it
Anyways,
once, but not without apples, man. But it is.
Oh my
it's
god,
super,
add the
super-
apples in it. It's even better. It's even better
It
with
makes
the apples.
sense, dude, 'cause,
the
like, a
crispy
little bit-
sweet a little
Yep.
bit there.
It
Oh
cuts
my
through the-
god.
The richness of the cheese, man.
Oh.
He is not joking, folks. He is not joking.
I'm having a moment.
Yeah.
I,
You okay?
no, I don't think they do a post game. This was on Friday night after the meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is Friday night after the 90.
The night event.
So I don't know if they do it. I don't know if they have the same menu post game or not.
I don't. I didn't see it. I don't think so.
We'll have to ask. We'll have to ask. Anyways, but it's really good. So go down there. Well, you work down there by that area, right? Go for lunch. It's
Yeah,
really
go there,
good.
check
In
it
fact,
out.
I'll have to meet you down there for lunch one day. All right, and then Colin makes a good point here. Pardon me. Garth is speaking at the 90 Friday night from 6 to 7.
Oh, nice.
And if you have Match Pass points, you can go on Match Pass, redeem it, and then you can bring a +1 with you, which would be
Really?
kind of cool. Yeah, Garth's an interesting guy.
Friday night, 6.
Six.
Or,
I did.
I know.
I did.
How things
To spend
change.
your points so that when something good comes up later, I can win because you guys all spent your points. I have too. Actually, I haven't earned anything yet because I've sold my tickets and been in GA both games. So
Dude, I've never been really good at accumulating these points like some people do, man. They plan out everything really well. I need to get on that level.
no.
It's killing me.
So all right. So that was it. That was Saturday night. That was the S2 event.
Yep.
Good times.
Friday night.
I'm sorry, Friday night.
Friday night.
Friday night. I went home because I was tired,
Yeah.
and I kind of was like, I'm done. I can't do anymore. So I didn't get a chance to hang out with you afterwards.
No, it's cool. And I was starting to get that cough going,
Right.
so made some runs to get some medicine,
Yep.
and trying to make sure I get battle this little cold that's trying to hit me, cough. Because like the last thing I want to do right now is start getting really sick. But I think I did a
Correct.
good job, man. It worked. I tried
Yep.
some stuff, so I feel good. I'm drinking some tea with tequila. Can't beat that. Tequila, to help kill the germs.
I'm drinking
Yeah.
Galazzo and Sparkle Donkey
Yeah. So
to help kill my germs.
So I did that to get ready for our night out Saturday.
So yeah, then Saturday comes around,
Yep.
and for those of you that are new to the show, we talk about the bad games, but we talk about them in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
We don't focus so much on the issues, which are many.
It's more like
We talk about the experience
Yeah,
of
seriously.
being there with our friends. But I spent all morning in the urgent care with my son,
Oh, that's right.
who was
How's he doing?
sick, way better, like
That's
night
good.
and day, night and day. He
good.
has eczema, and his hands just break out,
Right.
just terribly. So it was a rough day. It was a real rough morning. So then we go to the game, and we meet up at Merchants. And I said, I'm going to drink all day long. And Hugo goes, I can't drink. Right? Isn't that how it went?
I wish that's how it went.
No.
No, it was the other way around.
So anyway, we went to Merchants, had a good time there.
Yep.
We saw all of our friends, which
Pretty much,
is the
man.
best part
was
about
cool,
it.
Man. It was, man. There was a lot of people there, and you love the energy getting ready before the match,
Right.
dude. So,
So we were all feeling pretty pumped though, right? Because here we are, we're coming off a 3-0 win.
oh yeah,
We're feeling like
we
almost invincible.
the night before we were at the event to get us even more
Exactly.
in our mind.
We're
the
just
forefront.
flying high at this
Oh,
point.
no question.
Everyone's happy. Oh, you know what it may have been? No, I just realized
What's that?
you went in early.
Yeah,
That may have been the reason we lost.
I've never been in there that early, so we might not be able
Just
to
thought
do
about
that
that.
again.
It
We
might not be able to. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That, and they made us go in the south entrance, which I've only been in the south entrance like twice.
And it was smooth. Dude.
It was smooth.
Fun. But granted, we were there really early too, though. So,
Yeah.
You know, we weren't there with
the crowd,
the march, or
Yeah.
the crowd. So.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear anything bad from last weekend.
No.
So.
No, it was fine. Both times were fine. So what we're talking about is that if you're in GA, you have to get a wristband now.
Yep.
So to
you
make
can
sure
only
that
go
you're
into
supposed
the
to be
south.
there.
Yep.
Yep. But I used to go in the north end and walk down to the south end. So
That's what I did too. I would go around on the far left because I'd bring my vodka bottle.
Yeah.
And fill it up. The water bottle. The big old water bottle.
I was gonna say vodka bottle. We're admitting that on air
I
now.
know, right? No, it's just a big old water bottle. But you know, when I was on the campo stand,
Yeah.
and I'd bust out the water bottle, it would start, busting my chops.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, calm down, folks.
Yep.
It's vodka.
So usually we're trying to say it's not alcohol, but you were saying it was to make
Yeah,
it. Okay,
pretty
cool.
much.
All right, good. So anyway, so we did the game. We got there. We hung out with our friends.
Yep.
And we found out that our good buddy Kyle Shields
Yeah.
was going to be the main capo on 121.
Yeah,
on
dude,
121.
that's exciting, man.
Which is pretty awesome. He didn't tell his sister.
No, he did not.
So, and they're like, they know it, they're really,
Everything.
yeah. So we're down there, and he goes, I don't need the seat. And I'm like, why? And he goes, I'm on the stand. And I'm like, okay, awesome.
Yeah, and at Merchants, he was like, dude, don't say anything.
Oh, you knew?
to her.
Oh, he
I
didn't
knew.
tell me at Merchants.
Yeah,
Okay.
he told me at Merchants, so.
So anyway,
I was
so
like, okay.
when he finally goes, I gotta go, and then he walked up to the stand. It was great. I mean,
Yeah, I got a couple photos of her.
Did you?
man.
Good. Yeah, she was crying.
She was crying.
Yeah,
She was bawling.
she was super excited. It was like the proudest,
yeah.
sister ever, right?
And it's cool to see that, man, because they have that passion like a lot of us, man. They drive all the way from Yakima
Every time.
match almost, man.
They drive like 6,000 miles a year just for Sounders games.
Yeah, dude.
Not including the 2,000 miles we drove to LA last
Yeah,
year
dude.
or Salt Lake City.
So,
So it's incredible.
It's cool to get them to get that.
I didn't want to drive 27 miles on Saturday, let alone, hundreds of miles to come to the game. So, which is awesome. So that was cool.
It was, dude.
So the crowd was good. I was worried GA was going to be empty because when the morning of, everybody was worried about the rain, I think, and kind
And
of
then we
getting
saw
it
tickets
down.
being like given away.
Sold. Like, boom, boom,
selling.
boom, boom.
Everybody's trying to get rid of tickets.
Yeah. We got there, it was pretty full.
No, it was, dude.
Top maybe a little bit emptier than normal, but
No, I saw somebody that was on the field tagged me in a video that they did of the pogo.
okay.
And it looked boss.
Did
dude.
it?
It
Okay.
looked great.
Was it full all the way up? Okay, cool.
Yeah, it
Good.
was like like you said, it surprised me that.
Once you get down there in the base, it's hard. You
Yeah.
can't really see much at that point, right?
No.
So, and so that's 2 games in a row I've been in GA, but to start the season off.
Yeah.
This next game I'll be in my seat, and I'll be honest with you, I'm looking a little forward to it because I can watch the game.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
No pogo.
The pogo I'm okay with. I actually didn't hurt too bad.
Yeah, you're right, man. We
I did pretty good.
even though they did like four of
Four
them,
times.
Man, and that's rough.
What I am going to do is I'm going to buy Keith a calculator next time. Or a little board so he can mark
Something
it off.
like, keep it, come
Because he
on.
kept talking about having to do it the 3.14
Oh,
times.
because it was Pi Day.
Pi
or
Day.
something. I was like, no.
But then we start. I'll have another one, yes, please. But then we
yeah,
started and we
some,
stopped and we started and we
yeah.
stopped. And it's like,
Sparkled on.
if you've ever done pogo, you've done pogo, right? When you bounce in GA?
bounce on that?
Yeah.
Yep.
What, twice is cool.
I've never done it in GA.
Oh, okay. Well, in GA,
GA,
twice is okay. You've never been in
What?
GA?
What?
We're going to have to do that one day this year.
Season ticket only 5 years.
What?
We need to sell your tickets one day and go in GA.
I've never been in GA.
Dude, how long have you known me and you've never been in GA?
Maybe that's why.
Then I told you I was going to do it this year, but now they require the stupid bracelet shit.
Man.
Well, no.
No.
Sell your ticket, we'll get you in.
We'll get
We'll
you in.
get you a ticket.
Never
We'll talk
been
about
in
it.
GA.
Yeah.
He's a boss. Killed it, man. What's up, dude? But yeah, we gotta get him in GA.
We do.
We gotta get him in
Have a GA party. You know what we should do? It'd be like a bachelor party. There was a conversation today on Twitter
Really?
about how there's more and more groups looking to take their event into GA. And people
Really?
are a little upset because they're like, it's not really an event
Yeah.
type play. So, whatever.
Like
Anyways.
bachelor parties.
Yeah, and bar mitzvah, I don't know, whatever. Someone else said something else, and I'm like, all right, that's cool. So, we should totally pogo here now.
Oh my god.
There we go. Yeah,
Let's
that's
go.
it. Yeah, boom.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's as close as you're getting right now.
Pretty much. Dude.
Anyway, so, all right. I know we're dragging this out a little bit.
It's okay though. It's okay.
18 seconds
Dude, that was nuts.
Isn't that your nickname? 18 seconds.
That was nuts. Hey, that might be too much. That might be too much.
Oh.
Seriously, dude.
Cheers.
I looked over at you, man. Like literally, we were in such shock of like, did that really happen? That we didn't even like celebrate initially. We were like, what?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
That was awesome, man.
It was incredible. I mean, that was at that point we're all thinking, at least I was, we're gonna be at the end of this game. We're gonna be up 6-0 goal differential. It's gonna be all. It's on. It's just on.
Totally.
And then came, the collapse.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, I'm in GA, so it's hard to see a lot of it, right? So to be fair.
Yep.
But from my perspective of what I could see, because even when I'm doing it, I'm still, I'm
totally.
singing along and doing it, but I'm watching
Yeah.
because that's just I can't not watch.
Of course.
I can't. I couldn't be a capo. I don't think, unless I could have this view of the screen the whole time because I've got to be able to see what I'm there. It's just how I'm wired. I want to see it.
I totally understand, man.
So it was like one of those moments of just watching everything kind of start to fall apart.
Yeah,
and the team was, holy crap, is that Matt G? Oh my God.
Matt Jeezy.
Damn.
What's up, dude?
God, I haven't seen Matt for like 100 years.
Dude, that his beard is looking
I know, I
saucy.
like it.
Saucy, let's go.
So, just
Dude,
nothing worked well.
Not at all, man.
We were off. Our passing wasn't right. It was, I'm going to blame the rain, or lack thereof.
I know.
Evans had a rough day. Everybody else on the floor in the field had a rough day. I mean, it really was a rough day. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Dude. I mean,
Evans was probably responsible for 2.5 or 3 of the goals.
Yeah, to say the least. At least 2, man.
The first one, you can maybe say it wasn't his fault. It was just a great pass, and Wando finished it. In the replay I saw, you could also look at it and say, if he had marked him a little better, maybe.
A little tighter.
But perhaps maybe you should have had, I don't know, Marshall on him maybe, or maybe there was a miscommunication. I don't know.
Yeah,
he's just a person. It's just a person. It happens. Life happens.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Yep.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
So when you look at the game, and then the second goal, was just, it was rough.
Yeah, dude.
And then
that was crazy because it was so fast.
But it was the header back to Fry that it was just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Just get rid of the ball.
Just
kick it out. And then the third goal was the break in his ankles, and it was granted part of it may have been the turf because the turf's crappy. He fell down, but he also got juked pretty hardcore.
Yeah, he got beat.
So
and what's worse is he got beat when we got a 4-legged friend here today.
Dog in the house. All right, there we go.
Nice. That's a first for Sonarfeed.
I don't know.
Oh, we did.
Outside, yeah.
Oh, outside. That's right. Well.
So anyway,
but we were down. They were down a man, dude.
Oh yeah, at that point they were down a man.
Yeah, and they scored twice.
They didn't score. They were up 2-1.
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then they went up a man. Or we went up a man. So anyway, so listen. Social media, and I know I've been harsh.
Yeah.
Once in my life, maybe twice, on social media.
Ziggy out.
Everybody
and it
laughs.
was a Ziggy out match.
Which that'll be. We gotta talk about that.
Yeah, we do.
So, listen. It was one match.
Yeah, it is, dude.
It's the second match of the year.
Yep.
Brad Evans' second day in the job.
Yep, pretty much new position.
Life happens. If he does this 4 or 5 times,
then
we have a problem. If he does it 2 or 3 times, probably we have a problem.
Yeah.
But you know what? So be it. I'm not that worried.
I don't know.
I'm not that worried
because of what happened the prior week, and that the guys were mad. The guys were really mad, man. So
yeah.
Like you said, dude, it's a second match. Unfortunately, I think what happens since we're so in tune with our friends on Twitter, on social media, and you start seeing everybody's comments, you just get frustrated, man, and everybody else's frustration, kind of makes yours just a little bit harder too, because you're like, man, it's just frustrating when we had such a good opportunity when we scored, and I just couldn't connect again, man. Just couldn't connect again.
Yeah, right. And so to be fair, I was pretty pissed Saturday night because I was more upset about the fact that Oba's goal streak of winning is now snapped.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Which thank you for Juan Valdez for bringing that up. You're right. Yeah, and Schmetzer's too. 'Cause Schmetzer was 2-0 I think in games he had coached without Siggy.
Man.
Which again, when we did one of my favorite chants that night
Yep.
was definitely Brian Schmetzer's Rave Green Army.
Dude, that was dope.
And Coach, I don't know if you're watching tonight or not, but Coach, you are we love you.
No
you know
question,
we love
Coach.
you. You know, it's one game.
Yep.
Back to one game. And like I said, the emotion of when you're caught up in it. I was a little upset, and I don't know. I didn't ever heard the answer, but I was. That one's mine. Yep. Yep. Thank you. I was a little upset, still am, with Papa and Barrett. When the game ended, they just ran off the side. Now, there probably was a good reason. They were pretty pissed.
Yeah, dude.
They were frustrated. I think everybody was frustrated.
Yep.
You don't go down a man. You don't go up a man and then go down in a second goal and be down by
dude.
2. And I never heard why they walked off. But I am we give our time, our money, our blood, sweat, and tears, our effort, our emotions, our everything. I give my firstborn child and my secondborn child to the Sounders. Well, I keep trying, but they keep coming back.
Yeah.
Damn it. I keep trying to leave them there, but they won't let me leave the stadium without them. So, but you know, so when I go to a game, and when you guys know this in the audience because you guys have all traveled, when you go to an away game, one of my favorite things is when the players come over at the end of the game. It's critical. And I know they don't do the big, thing at the end of a loss, but I still want, and they did. Most of the players did. They walked all around the stadium. And I know it's a pain in the ass, and I know when you're done with, like when I was done with my trade show, the last thing I wanted to do was go around and say goodbye to everybody. But I sure the hell did. I went by and said goodbye to every single person I needed to go say goodbye to because if I don't do that, they're going to remember that I didn't go by and say goodbye to them, and I don't have that sale next time. I don't have that partnership next time. And that's critical for me.
No, and
that's why I never liked Moffitt. I never liked Moffitt because that first game, he walked out.
And you were saying that right off the bat.
I
too,
did.
Dude. Yeah, you were.
He never connected here.
Yeah.
And I know. I gave him a chance, and he never, he didn't really pay attention. He didn't really care, to my mind, right? Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I don't know. So
and
anyway,
then we started playing like crap as soon as we got him too. That
we
didn't
did.
help.
As soon as he was gone, we started winning again.
Yeah. No, but I agree, dude. Totally. I mean, it makes a big difference to us when they take that extra bit of recognition to say, hey, thanks, guys. Sorry we let you down. Like, Coach was there. He came up down lower GA.
Yeah,
and
that was cool.
And the first thing he said, we couldn't even say anything. He was like, sorry we couldn't get you guys to win, guys.
Yeah.
And
that was Schmetzer. I mean, he didn't have to do that.
Not at all.
I mean, granted, we yelled, hey, Coach, we love you. But, I mean, so that made it how,
It was more like, hey, Coach, come here.
But he was dropping off the scarf because they always get a scarf from one of the GA members. So, but it was just, whatever. Game's over. Big deal. If we end up losing 5 games in a row at, when we lose 0-6 and 0-5 and 0-4, then we got problems.
Yeah, we do.
But look at the lineup we have.
They still did it in New England.
Right. Yeah, last year we lost to New England 5-0. Big deal.
Yeah.
One game.
And we're getting Ozzy back pretty soon here.
And we don't have Ozzy on the field, right?
Yeah.
We didn't have Ozzy on the field.
Yep.
But it was funny, though. The first game, was New England that bad? Or were we that good? And I think that they were that bad and we were okay. And then, but was San Jose really that good? And I don't think they were. I think the fact that you have this, guy who, when he wears a U.S. shirt, can't figure out how to find the back of the net. Even if that net, let's call it wide open.
Oh, Wanda.
And let's say it's against Belgium. And let's say it's in like the, 95th minute or whatever in stoppage time. Anyway, I'm sorry, never mind. I'll stop there. But the guy can score. He scored 9 goals against us. Wando has scored 9 goals against us. The next closest, I don't know if I didn't put this in the notes. The next closest goal scorer against us, how many goals have they scored?
I'm going to go with 4.
That's right. There's 5 people with 4, and then him at 9. Yeah, so it's like 9 goals. He more than double than any other player. So it is what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
So there we go. I'm done. Are you done?
No.
So we went out and we supported the Logan Foundation afterwards at the Chive event down at Fuel.
Yep.
You'll be hearing more about the Logan Foundation from us.
Here.
Saw some of our friends over there, and Robert too.
Yeah, that guy.
Love you. So that was cool. So we went out and actually hung out and had fun.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Kind of release
Yeah.
the frustrations
Yes.
and.
Yeah, and it was a little bit. We had Joe's hot dogs too.
Oh, dude.
We
nice.
went. Okay, so
Thank you,
we
Kyle.
actually got 3 points that night. You only got 2 points, but we got 3 points. Kyle and I.
Wow.
We had a hot dog, we had pizza, and we had tacos.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yes.
You guys did.
We had the trifecta. We had the 3 points. So we made the night what it was. We made it into something much better than what it could have been.
I mean, looking back, aside from the final score, man, it was a good day, dude. It was fun. We hung out, pre-funk,
Yep.
partied afterwards.
It didn't rain the whole night,
It wasn't bad.
which was
at all.
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it sprinkled a little bit when we were walking to our car,
But
but
it
that was
wasn't as
it.
bad as everybody thought it was gonna be, like a thunderstorm.
Yep.
Like, no, it was cool, man. I mean, it is what it is.
So let's talk here. Do you guys have any questions locally?
Or here too.
Or
Any
here.
questions? Shoot 'em
I
out,
do
shoot
know.
'em
Then
out.
we're going to talk S2 here in a minute. So I do know that a couple questions here were asked. Do you think Brad was affected by his role in the CBA negotiations, which Eileen asked? It's a good question.
I think so. I think that was a really intense job. He had to do. He kept him away from me with the team, practicing a new role. I think things always outside, even us, dude. When we get to work, we have things that happen outside of work that stress us out.
Yeah.
So I think it definitely played a small part, to maybe have an off night. Things like that happen. So
Listen, we're riding high off a great
Yep.
win. We're riding high off the S2 coming in.
Yep.
I think the whole organization is feeling that, and obviously they just signed today the 10-year extension.
Oh,
so
nice,
we're
that's
gonna
right.
we're gonna be at the Clink for 13 more years.
dude, let's go. I was hoping they'd say something, but nope, about doing something to improve. But
They will.
they will. I mean,
They
it's
will.
10 years now.
If only that other tenant, who's lucky they have a stadium,
Actually, it is true. It is true.
would
It is
admit
because
to
of
it.
soccer
You
that-
get it.
I get it.
There's a lot of Hawks fans,
Oh, no,
and you
most
follow a
of
lot of them.
Yeah.
They were postal today. Oh my god! And we're not talking turf right now, but we will
Are you
one
serious?
day. We're not going to. No.
On
So,
Twitter, they're going.
but I think there's a chance that maybe
retarded.
Listen, we all have life issues that happen.
Yeah.
We all have things that happen. I
Yeah.
mean, my son and his hands were weighing on me. I mean, when I travel and I've got all my work stuff going on and I have this going on and I have this going on, it all weighs on you. And unfortunately, things happen. So did we have this weird kind of everything happening at once? Yeah, I think there was.
And it's a reminder of the players are like us too, man. They're just humans, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put them up as being professional athletes, and you play for the national team. We expect more out of you.
Yeah.
You've been with the team. You're a professional.
Yeah.
All these things, but they're human, dude.
And I'm the worst because I demand customer service above and
Oh,
beyond
dude.
anybody else in the world has a right to.
You are forever gonna be my go-to guy when I need to let a company know how we need to be doing things.
Which, again, I've gotten a little better, but I'm still me. There is I have the ability now to kind of take a step back and look at it. And yes, I could have been absolutely pissed at Evans and said, fire Evans and get rid of him and bench him or whatever else. But it wasn't just Evans. I have not watched the game again. I will probably never go
Me
back
neither,
and watch
dude.
this game.
Me neither.
Honestly, I will probably never watch. You watched it. I will probably never go back and watch it. It hurt. It's emotional. It's frustrating. It's whatever. It's in the moment. But I've got FC Tacoma, Seattle
Yeah.
S2. I got the Sounders coming up for the Cholos. Is it
Cholos.
Cholos?
Yeah.
Is it Cholo or Cholo?
Cholos.
Cholos.
Yeah.
So Cholos coming up next Tuesday. We got Dallas away here at the Berliner Pub a week from Saturday night,
Dude.
5:30. That's going to be awesome. We're going to fill this place up with Bara
Oh, dude,
slash.
let's go.
Everybody is welcome. It's not
Yeah,
just
we have a
Bara.
lot going on, man. A lot.
So whatever. So we're done with that. We talked way too much about that.
Yeah. We did
God,
actually.
we talked way too
we
much
didn't
about
we
that.
were not supposed to talk about it that much, did it?
But we have questions. So anyways, okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. We did not have indigestion. I actually felt really good.
Yeah.
For Sunday morning, I felt really good.
Yeah, actually.
I got home at 3.
I think so. That's
After
about what
tacos?
time. Yeah.
We had drank well all night, and we spaced it out.
It's called grown up kicking in or grown up
Yeah.
drinking.
So we had
where
a drink
you
here, a
space it
drink
out.
here, a drink there, but it wasn't like the old days where it would be like 7 drinks here, 7 drinks here, 7 drinks there. What happened last week? I don't remember that.
your birthday?
Well, my birthday I definitely don't remember. But I had a driver for that one. So this one was more of I had to be responsible. But anyways, okay, so we're done with that.
Yeah, no question.
Let's go S2. Let's start with question,
Yeah.
so I don't forget. Kyle, let's see, Kyle, how you pronounce this? Gervan 0, I think?
Gervan?
Gervan 0.
Giovanni
0.
Giovanni.
All right.
You know what's funny about that?
Kylie.
That he's the
It's
one.
Kylie, Gervan 0.
The funnier part is that he's the one that always helps us pronounce
names.
and spell all the players.
So we stood with him at the match, which we'll come to in a minute. But his first question is, which player from S2 stood out most to you at the scrimmage, and how awful were the field conditions, etc.? So do you want to start with that? Answer that.
Right off the bat, because he played the most, and he was doing a lot of the legwork that you don't see when we scored. Or he's kind of like Pineda. He does the pass right before the assist, but he's running from the top of the box to the top of the box. Duncan, man, he did a great job, man. He played a lot of minutes with 2 sets of teams, basically, because they completely put in all new lineup. He's the only one that stayed for the second half. So in my mind, he's the guy that kind of stood out a little bit more.
Yeah, he played, what, like 80 minutes or so, give or take?
Much,
He came out. I didn't have a clock on because I couldn't take my phone out because I had about 3 inches of water in my
Freaking
keys.
Monsoon hit us, man.
Jeez, it was terrible.
But you still rock
I
your
did.
sandals and socks. Wow.
I still had my Keens and socks.
Dedication.
I did.
I give you props. That's dedication.
I will say that when I got back in the car, I took my socks off and just wore my Keens for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
But so Duncan, Dunk's Captain Crunch. Wait here, it's Gervano. Okay, thank you. I'm still learning that name. But Captain Crunch, he was great. I mean, he really was. It was funny when the second half when they switched all the lineup, they switched 10 of the guys out.
Yeah.
It was kind of like an old day where we had one guy who stayed out there the whole time and played both ways.
Yeah, pretty much.
He was the only one with the wet jersey because all the other guys were like undercover for most of the first half. But it was not one player, but what I loved was Andy and Pablito. So Craven and Rossi.
Dude.
They came on in the second group in the second half.
They're like Oba and Dempsey, dude.
They are like Oba and Dempsey. We didn't even talk about Oba's goal, which
No.
Oba's goal was gorgeous, but it was an easy kick-in.
Yeah.
But they came out. We were down at that point. Were we down 2-1 at this point? I think we were down 2-1.
Yeah.
No, we were
It was
even.
1-1
It was
at
1-1 at
halftime.
halftime. So they came out and they had some interplay, and you watched Rossi get the ball. So Craven had the ball, passed it to Rossi, and then made his run.
Dude,
and then the two of them looked at each other, made hand motions. They each made hand motions, and it was fascinating to watch because he put the ball Rossi put the ball exactly
It was a
where
beautiful
Craven
little
wanted.
line, dude.
Craven got the ball, slotted it home, and it was done. And it was so the two of them are playing like this.
Yes.
Now I'm going to piggyback that off.
I know where
who
you're
was
going.
who was the performance that bothered you the most, or that you thought was
A little bit.
most detrimental to the team? Not really. That's the wrong way to phrase
Yeah.
it. But when you looked at the overall thing, did you have anybody that stood in your mind as
Yeah,
not?
dude. I mean, and it was shocking a little bit because probably more experienced than a lot of the other players.
He's probably the oldest out there, yeah.
Kevin
Persiman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He and I'm not just saying that because he missed the PK, the penalty.
Yeah.
But it seemed like he was trying too hard, or maybe he was trying to lead, and he was trying to lead by example and make the runs or take the shots, whatever it was. It just didn't mesh well with the younger crew for whatever reason.
Right.
So I'm gonna say, in my opinion, he's the one that kind of was a little bit off.
Okay. Yeah, and that's where I was going too. I mean, so Rossi, O'Neal,
right.
got a penalty kick.
Yep.
We dribbled the ball up, got hit in the face. The ref didn't see it. The AR saw it. So got a penalty kick. Rossi goes up there like he'd been doing in other games, grabbed the ball, was going to play it in a spot, and Kevin came up to
And
him.
you gotta love that, dude. He's like, oh, that's me. Boom.
Rossi should have kicked that ball. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Rossi should have played that. And it is actually, Colin, absolutely. I think that's one of the things here and this is not a detriment. I'm not saying negative against Kevin because
Right.
I like Kevin. I think Kevin's got a lot of upside.
Oh, totally, dude.
Very exciting. They're bringing him in, I think, because he can be a mature player, but he played without his head. He got a yellow card because he was jawing at the ref. He got, a couple fouls that were silly fouls.
Yeah.
He tried to go against too many players. It's like Vic. Vic's 18. He went against too many players 3 or 4 times. He didn't. He also had some great plays, but then he also tried to do too much. Same thing with Kevin. And when Kevin took the ball from Rossi, if you take the ball from the guy who's going to shoot the penalty, there's one thing you have to do.
Put in the back
There's
of the
one
net.
thing you have to do. Well, I know that. I know that he called the penalty on an encroachment anyways. I understand that.
Right.
The point being that you don't, and that was Vic who was encroaching, by the way. So that's like, you don't take that ball away and don't score.
Yeah,
and it wasn't even a good penalty
No,
kick.
it wasn't
so,
good. It was a soft lower left.
So it's like,
side.
But again, not picking too much on Kevin because he's been injured.
And not just
I
that,
like
too.
him.
The Whitecaps, because it was Whitecaps 2.
Yes.
They were playing aggressive, man. And they had a
They're-
couple big dudes.
Oh my God, number 48.
Dude, that guy was a
I never
monster.
looked up who he was, but he was a monster.
I mean, he looked like a mini Jimmy Graham out there, dude.
Totally.
Yeah, he was a big
He was
dude.
bulk, buck,
Yeah.
and then, he was incredible. So,
So I think that played a little bit into it. They were playing them rough, and but you guys, as someone who's got
it was
experience,
Fisher.
you have got to keep your composure, man.
Absolutely.
Because that's why they
100%.
brought him in there
right.
for.
Yeah. And again, none of this is negative talk.
No,
I'm just
no,
saying
no.
these are the things that you're looking at it from a fan perspective.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, good to see you, man. We'll see you soon. Or Monday, next week. Come back next week because Lee's back. Lee will be here.
Lee's back.
Okay.
What's that song? I just thought of that song by.
That was the owner.
Yeah, Dennis. He's the man, the legend.
Yeah, and that's one thing Vancouver has. Yeah, the left back, number 48,
Yeah,
Whitecaps. He was
it was a
incredible.
monster.
But Vancouver's got the residency program, right? So they're already built up here enough. S2 has only been playing together for a few weeks, a month or whatever, right? They've
Yeah.
had 4 scrimmages, now 5.
And they brought in, Kevin, who I hadn't seen him play yet.
No, so that was
That's-
cool. In the first half, they had Kovar out there, like you
Yep.
talked about earlier. They had Darwin out there. I mean, they had Remick out there. So we had like a lot of what I would call maybe fringe first players, or in the
we had a
18
lot
fringe
of
players.
talent.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
It was really cool to see that.
It was
I mean,
cool, man.
really cool, really
It
good
was worth
team.
it. Like, even though it sucked rain-wise.
Oh God, 3 inches of rain fell yesterday.
And kind of a little bit going back to the other question is like the field conditions were crap.
They were, yeah.
I mean, it was just because it was so wet.
Yeah.
The players were sliding all over the place.
The tackles were great because they would go in, they'd slide.
Yeah.
Normally you slide, you go like this. They would slide like this, and you'd be like worried
Yeah,
that they were going to
pretty
go
much.
onto the cement. I mean, like kind of thing. It was rough.
But,
So I really can't say that when we when we place them again, when we play them at the end. What is that going to be like? Is it the 29th
maybe?
or
Yeah.
whatever 28th, whatever it is? It's in later this month.
Right.
That'll be a hell of a game. It's going to be a really interesting game.
They'll remember, dude. They'll remember.
Oh yeah, they will.
No question.
Now, anybody else that stood out to you when we were watching them?
Let me see real quick. I like Victor.
Yeah.
Just because we saw it from this preseason game in Arizona. Man, he has some moves, and he's a big guy too. I mean, he's stocky. He's going to be quite a player. So I'm just a little bit surprised because I was standing right there, and it was pretty cool
Yep.
to be like 5 feet, 6 feet from them, not even 10 feet at times.
Yeah.
So, how about you, man?
Eam, which is the South Korean.
Right.
Spelled
Yes.
spelled Lim.
Yes.
But Eam is what I understand how you pronounce it. And
Yeah.
Glani, correct me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But he was a trialist in Vegas. He's made it all his way. He was in the starting 11, so to speak.
Yes.
He got tackled by 48 a lot
And that is a
pushed
guy
out
that's twice his size.
at least twice his size, if not like 10
Yeah,
times
dude,
his
there's
size.
no joke. It's literally twice
And
his
one
size.
of the tackles was pretty hard. It was a
Yeah.
pretty hard tackle, and he actually got up limping a little bit. He finished out the half.
Yep.
Number 48, to his credit, came over, shook his hand, and said,
Couple
"I'm sorry."
times, yep.
After at halftime too. He was really good.
You're right. You gotta love his effort, dude. Even though he was in a couple tough positions going up against
Yep.
someone that big,
Yep.
he hustled hard, and you
Yep.
could tell that he was giving it his all, no question about it. So yeah, you're right. I can't believe that.
Fisher was good. He drew the penalty kick.
Yep.
I thought he was really good. Nick Mealy, I'm not sure. It's Miele, I think.
Okay.
Can't remember how I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but he was really good. He's one of the center backs. Then him and Eam were connecting very well. I thought that was very good. I mean, I could keep going on and on, but I mean, it really was. What it was exciting about it is that we almost had like S2 and S3,
Yes.
right? So it's kind of like this. I mean, I know there is no S3,
But still.
but there is. It was the level of quality in this game.
Yeah, that's why
is
get your
really
tickets.
strong.
It's going to be one of the best deals for watching sporting events.
Now, to be fair, we're down here in the South End, so for us it's really easy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But if you're anywhere down this way, you have to go down and watch
You
it.
really
It's
do, man.
amazing.
Yeah, it's a super bargain for what you're going to get to see.
All right, so we're coming up on 8:30.
Already?
We have a question from the audience. Oh, they did. I missed it. Okay. So the U17 qualified with the World Cup over Jamaica
Oh, nice.
on PKs because I know that they didn't score. Okay, so they did advance. Thank you. I did not
Nice.
see that actually. That's good. That's good news. So that's good news. The U17 qualified. I'm happy about that.
That is cool, man. It's the future, dude.
It is the future.
So,
Okay, so get into the last questions. We're going to go for just a little bit longer, and we're going to wrap up early tonight because really tonight is looking forward. So we're going to do a quick last couple questions, so ask any more. I don't know about a Hawaiian player on the team, to be honest with you.
Hawaiian?
A Hawaiian player.
Yeah, I think
I don't
we do.
know.
I know we have that. Who was that Italian player? Gravon would know.
Shoot. Ah, damn it.
Not Italian, but his name sounds Italian.
Yeah.
He actually played really well, too.
Giuliano,
Roman or no?
shoot, I can't remember. I'm sure Colin might know too. But Colin also asked, what did Ezra say at the S2 event on Friday? And for us, he talked, and what I liked about it is that he focused on culture. He focused on community. He focused, Frano. It's Frano, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. It is Giuliano, right? Giuliano Frano? He's out of BC. But Ezra focused on community, on culture, on building up the future, right?
Right.
And building up that gap and allowing the players. Oh, Boston College, okay. But it is Giuliano Frano. Building up that culture, and that was one of the key things. He may have said a bazillion other things, but I focused in on the culture aspect of things and how it's important to him to see what S2 and S1 and the community, and of course he's been with Siggy for 100 years, bringing that all together. Yeah. So
I agree. He mentioned that was one of his focuses. But something I like too was that they're and maybe you're saying it, but I believe it. That they're working really hard. The players, he's working the players really hard. They're all working really hard, and you know that they are because this is that step to be to S1. I mean, this is like you're that close to following your dream when you're an athlete. So
absolutely.
So it was cool to know that and you see it when we see him out there when we've gone to 3 scrimmages.
So I've been to 4,
okay,
and out of 5, and you've been to 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I mean,
right? No, you've been to 4 out of 5 too.
Yeah.
Because you went to the one I couldn't go to.
I got a little late, I think, to 1 or 2. But they man.
Because I went to the first one, and you weren't there at the first one because I think it was during the day.
Yeah.
Or an evening. It was like an
Something
early
like that.
evening.
It was like a work week or something.
Yeah. That was before you cared.
yeah, no question. No, really, seriously though, it's gonna be good football, dude. It's great.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So if anybody else has any questions, feel free to ask those questions now. Again, tonight being kind of a night, we didn't want to go too far into things.
Yep.
We wanted to kind of focus on kind of more casually.
Yep.
We always like to, after a bad loss, we always like to come in, have a little good
Kinda recap
time,
a little bit.
have a good drink or two, and just relax.
Yeah,
and just enjoy ourselves.
And then kind of set the stage for this weekend, which
yes.
is going to be a huge weekend.
So we've got Friday night, there's Garth, if you do the match pass. Saturday at S2's playing at Starfire.
Yep, first kick.
You'll see a lot of retweets from us. You'll see a lot of things going on.
Oh.
If you don't have a ticket, they're available. One of the things we need to do is we need to fill that place
Dude, just,
up.
Get that going.
Go.
Man.
If you don't have a ticket, go.
Do it.
If you
Do
have other
it.
plans, there's nothing more important than Sounders between March and December. There's nothing more important than Sounders than March, December.
Nothing.
Even my children are not as important. Just kidding, kids. Could we see Ozzy in the S2 opener?
Ooh. Wow.
Yes, please.
I would love to, dude. That would be epic. But I don't know. I don't think that they. I could see that later in the year, but as a kickoff, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't think I've seen any or heard of any kind of practices or any?
We talked about it last week, and I would love to see Ozzy
I
come
would
out.
too. Yeah.
And that's kind of the benefit of S2, right? You could throw a little bit out in there. But I want to be careful, at least in my mind. I would rather, yes, you need to have a couple of veterans. You need to have a couple of those leaders that are going to help
Like
the younger kids.
Dylan Remick?
Yeah, that's cool. But or like Kevin should be that guy too.
Right too.
A little bit older, has played in the MLS. They can be a little bit of a guide to help some of the younger kids. But I want to make sure we get as many minutes as we can for the kids that are supposed to grow.
Exactly.
That's
dude.
absolutely
Light
critical.
dunks, dude.
Yeah,
And,
like dunks. Yep.
That's exactly why, man. Because that's how they get to that next level. Minutes. You cannot replace that. That's you know, that experience is
It's huge.
It's it.
But that's what they said too. Is they said if the critical part here is if you're going to be successful, playing in front of a crowd that's excited and obnoxious and everything else, that's what's going to matter.
Oh, of course.
That's what's going to help you grow. So, okay, sorry. Question here. There it is. Who are the broadcasters this week for S2? I can tell you who they're not.
Yeah, we can't tell you who they're not. It's not.
They're not the
It's
good
not
ones.
these two good-looking guys here.
If you guys are watching S2, we love you.
We do.
You made one bad call this season, but that's okay. No, but there's two teams of broadcasters.
Yep.
This weekend is not, from what I recall, is not the Central Washington kids. It's
Okay.
the other group, and we have not seen a video of.
No, we haven't.
So, there was no rumor or truth to the fact that I have a 2-poll that says you hired the wrong guys.
Not yet, at least.
If anybody wants to make that for me this week, I'll hold it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing. We love S2. We love what they've done.
man.
And we absolutely understand why they did what they did.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Our fans over here.
Yeah.
Our friends. But no, anyways, we're support them.
Oh, no question.
The reality is support them. They made the right choice.
Yep.
You're going to be good. We're very excited for them.
We are.
The Central Washington kids do it the second game, and I don't know what the flip-flop's going to be.
Right.
I've heard rumors that there's going to be another couple groups in there as well, and I'm very excited. Not other groups, but another group of people that I'm very excited about as well.
Yeah.
So
I heard there is a
yeah,
third group,
so
but it's gonna be
it's
going
gonna
to
be cool.
different.
I know. I'm very excited about
Something
that.
unique.
Yes.
Something that's new.
It's not me and you.
No.
Unfortunately,
I know.
should have been,
Yeah, could have.
but whatever. All right. I need a napkin. Okay. Also, next Tuesday, we talked about the Cholos are playing.
Yep.
Sounders, but also the U18 Sounders are playing before the match at 4:30 against the Cholos. Must be the Cholos U18s as well.
Okay.
So the Cholos U18s versus, and so thank you, Colin, for we talked about that Saturday at the game. But U18 Sounders versus Cholos U18s
Is that gonna be
at 4:30 at the Clink.
Oh, really?
So before the match. So that's fantastic. I'm excited about that.
That's great that they brought their team out, man.
And yeah, those of you that are watching this from far away, you can watch all the Sounders 2 games because they're going to be on YouTube.
Yep.
So you absolutely can watch all the games there.
That's great.
The shuttle options for S2 matches. Gorilla and Eastside supporters have a bar/pub down in Tequila somewhere that they're going to. There'll be a free shuttle. You can go to the South Center Mall, and there's a free shuttle from there. There is, if you buy a $40 parking pass at Starfire, you can park for free.
Nice.
It costs $40, but you can go park for free all year.
Yeah.
I think it's a 1-year membership,
That's not a
basically.
bad deal, dude.
And then Fuel has a partnership with a bus.
Yep.
I want to say it's $10 or $5 or $5 for the bus.
$5.
You have to buy $1,000 in alcohol. No, I'm kidding. No, but it's like $5 for the bus.
BYOB.
From Fuel.
Just kidding.
No. And then there's the city limo, which is Metro.
There's also a bus from
South Center. Yeah, I said that one. I said that. So those are the options. If you give me $25, I will, and you meet me here, I'll drive you over too.
Yeah, me too. No question. Yeah, why not?
I gotta make somehow. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have to make money somehow.
that's right. Sparkle Donkey. Angolasa, that's in all these drinks.
So, any other questions? Do you guys have anything else you want us to talk about? Oh, we did have one other comment before the show, and actually, ironically enough, I'm wearing the shirt tonight,
Nice.
my AO shirt. So there was AO controversy this week.
Yes, there was.
There was a little bit of AO controversy here, and so as a daughter of a dad, as a dad of a daughter, and somebody who was very expressive of my opinions.
No.
I know.
You can just say opinion.
Yeah, that was not even me. There was like 7 or 10 no's out here. Yeah.
Good night, folks. What's that? What is that? What's that super show? Goodbye, Felicia. I don't even know what show that's from. But
Bye, Felicia.
Or Bye, Felicia. Is that what it's from? Oh, shit. I thought it was from something. Oh, I thought it was from something else. I thought it was from one of those reality shows. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
So, anyways, AO had some issues, and a big article came out this week talking about AO and how it's kind of an interesting. No, not AO Seattle, to be fair.
Right.
AO National, and it's a very interesting group that,
Yeah. Like it kind of grew really fast. Like
yeah, and there's not.
fast.
Yeah, exactly. Too fast.
Not
Had the
enough
wrong people. There was
controls.
issues with the Brazil trip. There's issues here, and so I don't want to go too far into it. But the question was asked, and it's important that we don't put up with any of that. We joke a lot. We are very much. We're sarcastic,
Yeah.
or at least I am sardonic, whatever you want to call it. We go into very much not satanic. We go into a lot of things, but one thing I will not put up with is any kind of racial abuse. We joke. We have a free reign.
Sometimes, but it is joke.
But
it is
but
free
there's a
friends.
difference though. There's
Yeah,
a difference.
It is
There's a
totally
difference between being truly like that,
Yeah.
whether it's sexism, racism, etc., and putting people in place. Well, yeah, Dos Sinceros is the best thing ever. Thank you. But you have to think about it. At the end of the day, do I want my daughter
Can't
being
say anything to her
involved?
because she brought cupcakes. So that's why that only went one way.
But do I want my daughter involved in an organization, or do I want to be? And here I am wearing the shirt tonight, which maybe I'm the idiot here for wearing the shirt. But do I want to be involved in an organization that's not respecting all of the members and respecting them equally? And
Right.
I think at least, and correct me, I mean, you guys are pretty honest with me, but in general, I think everybody here feels that this group that we're in, our family,
Yeah.
whether you're here online or here locally, it's not really. I mean, we are pretty open. We're we're welcoming to everybody. I mean,
Yeah.
as long as you're not, doing something harmful to our family, we're in the family here, and I don't feel that way with that group. It just doesn't feel like that. And so, I jokingly asked a couple people on Saturday night at the match, is it time for a new organization to come forward and become
I think one is.
to take over for it?
I think
Because
someone is. There's going to be competition.
I loved the AO Seattle night before the last World Cup qualifier, and for you would have loved it because as a new soccer person, you got to go and immerse yourself with people from all over the country, and it was great. It was so much fun, and for me, it was my first trip out of the house really after my surgery. So for me, it was multiple reasons it was
Yeah.
great, and then I got to talk to Taylor Twellman,
Oh, dude, yeah.
who I thought was like the biggest pain in the ass, dumbass, terrible announcer. Until I realized I sat and talked to him, he's actually a really good guy. He really is. He's got a persona that he portrays.
Right.
So, anyways, that's kind of my speech. I gave you a little bit of that beforehand too, but that's kind of my comment there. That I don't necessarily want to talk ill will about them because I don't know all the situations. But listen, there's a lot of broness going on there, and there's a lot of here you go, girl, have another drink so I can grab your boobs and be sexist and be stupid. And I just don't. That's not my style.
No,
I
it's
don't care
not,
for
man.
that. The American Outlaws
American Outlaws.
for the U.S. men's national team.
And it's. I mean, I can tell you just from experience with the leadership with Vara. We're always really, really focused about making sure that there's always respect to everybody.
Absolutely.
That's one of the things that's why I volunteer a lot of my time with it, because everybody that was involved with that
Yep.
made sure that it didn't go off the wrong way. It didn't
Yep.
become something that was just all about just only tequila and tacos, which I love. But it's
Yeah,
more
so do
than-
I.
It's about respect. It's
Right.
about one of the laws and the bylaws is that we always have a male and female lead as being co-leads for leadership.
I think it's great.
That's one of the bylaws that we have to have, both ways, because we want to make sure that we get everybody's point of view, and it doesn't become some like what's happened at AO.
Right, and that's where I think it's interesting. So like when I joined Barra, I was always worried because here I am, the the Irish guy, the white guy, right? And I'm thinking, how am I going to fit into this group? And never once was it ever. It was more of my own question in my mind of like, how do I fit into this group?
Right.
Never once have I ever felt bad at all, or felt like not included in the whole group. And that's what I love about it. I mean, it's a family, and I can take my kids there, and I can be there, and that's the best part about it. And so, this was kind of cool this year. I will say, it's kind of one of those things that this could be a little bit. Some people are going to be upset.
Something a little bit controversial.
Controversial. Some people are. So what they did, Barra has had the best scarves I think ever.
It's kind of like our
in the history of
we take pride in.
The ECS gingham scarf in 2010, I think what it was, or the whatever, that was like one of the best ones ever. But the Barra scarves have always been good. This scarf here that he's wearing around his neck, you have to be nominated by the Barra board by somebody to be somebody who was involved in helping grow Barra.
Basically,
to get the scarf.
Yeah, it is. With like the committees, there's different committees,
Yeah.
TIFO, game days, fundraising, merchandise, and something that you learn at growing pains or wanting to grow, and make sure you get people that care about Barra, that want to be involved, is that we wanted to thank those people that helped us get to this point.
Yep.
So people that put in time at, coming here with us to do the pre-funks on the ways, or setting up the merch table, or TIFO. So it's a volunteer scarf. It's really a way to say, hey,
that's a good way to put it. Yep.
Thank you. You volunteer your time. It doesn't have to be all year long that you're going to be in a committee, but you went out to a couple events. You helped us paint. You helped us design. You gave us ideas. So we provide it to our active members at cost.
Yep.
We don't charge extra. It's just saying thanks. There will be another scarf to the general public in the summer. I don't know if I was allowed to say that, but I just did.
Well, and the committee chair just joined the room.
Oh!
No. No, but it's a cool thing, because those are like, I mean, my Barra scarves, I found it finally. I thought I'd lost my Barra scarf from last year, and I was devastated.
Dude, that's how I feel about the OG scarf.
Yeah. Actually, someone from 13. Sorry, someone from 13.
Yeah.
Because that was my good luck scarf, and I wore that everywhere, and I was just, I did not, though.
Oh, not yet.
I did not. So anyway, bottom line is,
but I will. But it took a lot of thought, man. It's something that's been like 3 months discussing the pros, the cons. There's a monthly board, leadership meetings, and what kind of negative things could happen, or we lose members that don't think that's fair. There's a lot of other people that love the product, love supporting more. But it's just something that we want to make sure that we let people know we want you to be involved. We love that everybody loves our support group, and it's so far it's worked out pretty cool. I've had people that say that, hey, I want to learn more about TIFO.
Right.
Tell me more about TIFO. There's people that have already joined the merchandise
Yep.
committee, like, hey, I want to do this, or fundraising committee.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, I'm never going to learn to roll my R's properly, Hugo, or Tony. Sorry, it's not going to happen.
It's all right, man. Yeah, you could. Actually, I'll teach you, dude.
No, I don't. I could.
Get that.
We actually do need to talk about that offline.
Yeah.
So anyways, okay, so that's it. We're going to wrap up. It's 8:45. Good show tonight. Tonight, again, I say this every time we have this. Tonight, for me, was cathartic. It was that feeling of there's all this.
Let it go.
Let it go. Should we end the note on let it go?
Let it go.
Let it go.
It is what it is.
Let it go. All right. So we're as part of our rollout, which hopefully tonight in our emails we'll have a first comp of our logo, a new logo. I know everybody loves the Wonka. We've had some comments about why is the Wonka gone. We're looking at ways to change the brand, so to speak, keep our brand, but make it a little cleaner.
Just adjust it. It's been a couple years, so
It's
make
just
it a
time
little
to kind
cleaner,
of say,
sharpen it,
here we
polish
are.
it.
Yeah. What's that old saying? You can polish a piece of poop.
You can't polish a turd.
You can't polish a turd. But we're gonna try.
We're gonna try our darndest.
We're gonna try.
Damn it. We're gonna
We
try
are
our
going to try.
hardest.
Yeah. Exactly. No, you still know it's the same thing. But anyway, so we're looking at how we're going to end and start the show and kind of some of the inner stuff. So we'll know more soon. But Wonka's kind of out right now. There we go.
Boom.
There we go. He's managing a band, so that's a good idea. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We will be on the air Sunday at 2:30, probably before that as well, doing some testing down at Memorial Stadium for the FC Tacoma Open Cup game. We are currently deciding how we're going to be interactive with some S2 content as well. Part of that will depend on you, and I need to talk after tomorrow and figure out schedule-wise and how things work. We've talked about doing a pre- or a post-game show, live, a pre- or post-game show, maybe call in or what have you, and a couple other ideas.
Yeah,
so
ideas. Then throw something our way if you guys think
things that will kind of come together.
This is something I'd like to see. Throw it our way. Yeah.
So we're going to go out again to Taylor Twellman, who doesn't know what he's talking about, and neither do we. So thank you all for watching. We'll see you next week and Sunday.
You're watching the Sonar feed, and I have no idea what I'm talking about, and neither do they. You're watching the Sonar feed, and I have no idea what I'm talking about, and neither